Hey guys, and welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and today, as you can hear behind me, we're going to be attempting to make ourselves a blaze farm so that way we can have a nice supply of unlimited charcoal type resources. So I hope you guys are ready. So here we are again, and I'm working on a little bit of a project. So underneath all of these houses, I want to place another mob farm, and this one I want to be a blaze spawner because it seems like we really need a lot of blaze moving forward. It seems like a lot of things kind of gate things behind blaze. Not only that, but blaze is actually a really nice fuel source that we can use for a lot of different things. I think even blaze can be used to power Britannia. So over here on our Britannia setup, I keep hitting the power lines. Over here at our Britannia setup, our charcoal isn't doing the hottest, right? And we could have done this from the start, but these will actually consume blaze rods as well. So the more blaze rods that we can gather, the better off we're going to be later on in anything that requires fuel, especially things that require power and crafting. So blaze, we need a blaze spawner. So for that, I have a regular spawner platform set up, but this one we're going to do it a little bit differently than all of the others. This is going to be just a stationary one where right in the center, it's going to be placed 2 blocks off the ground, giving it enough room. And then we're going to have some plates that push things forward. And then right here, we're going to have a little area that is going to be a little bit of a killing room. Now, I still don't have anything that works as far as gathering XP. So for this, we're going to go we can go 2 different routes. I think a withering rose will kill them, but even a withering rose probably isn't going to be good enough. So there is a plate that we can use that will kill mobs. So we do have this, like the trap, the damage trap. So this one right here, mobs that touch it deals magic damage. I actually want to do the regular iron trap that uses an iron. I think it's just a regular killing one, right? So we have a player damage. I just need a regular damage. Yeah, regular damage trap. So this one right here won't drop experience, but it will drop their drops. And I don't want to deal with the experience. I could use Britannia to generate mana with the experience, but even that is kind of slow at picking up the experience, and blaze tend to generate a lot of experience quickly. So let's go ahead and take a spawner. Now, what we can do is actually utilize a regular blaze spawner, which will probably be our best option. So I have Silk Touch 2, which you need in order to pick up the spawners. So let me head over here. I went the wrong way, so of course I'm going to get lost in the woods. Let's head over here. I need to go back into the nether. I'm just going to grab one of the spawners because, I mean, we won't need to go back here to get one later on because we're going to have one at our disposal. So like I was saying before, I can actually place this spawner now. Well, not there. I'm going to pick it back up. I can place it on top, just like that. Let's hit it with a comparator, so it's going to stop. It'll only start once it receives a redstone signal. So for this, I'm not too concerned about what the floor is going to look like, but I am going to replace this base floor with, I think, some stone variant, just some kind of stone. And then we're going to have a little bit of a viewing window, and then we're going to have our collection system that should connect into here. So I do need to run some cable and get our refined storage cable connected up. So we shouldn't need all that much of it, but I am going to need something to hook into the chest that we're going to have here to pick up the items. So I did end up getting this right here, dark glass, which is really nice that it's in here from and added with dark utilities. Basically, it lets light in, it lets you see through, but it doesn't let light in. And we're actually going to be removing these lights right here temporarily. Now you see the player trap, that is a thing. So we definitely need to be able to control that, but I'm going to set up some redstone in order to work with this. We are going to use RF tools, and again, we are going to use a wireless transmitter and receiver. Now there are other like things we can actually use instead of this. Let's see, redstone. So there are these different ones, which is from Essentials, which is like a redstone. What is that? That's smooth stone. So this is a redstone receiver, and this is also a transmitter as well. I just kind of like how I can place these in certain ways they just work. They just work. You can place them on their side. They kind of, you know, they just work. So I know these are going to function and they're not going to cause any problems either. So that's why I always trust these. I always trust that these are going to be fantastic. Right? That works. Sometimes, by the way, the redstone just doesn't want to, or not the redstone, the crafting just doesn't want to show up sometimes. Must be this version of Forge or some mod that's causing that. But anyways, so you get up here. All we got to do is hop up. And remember, you're going to be, it says right here, the Redstone Transmitter accepts redstone signals and sends them wirelessly to linked receivers. So you place this transmitter down, and then you link the receiver to that. So the redstone receiver can get a redstone signal remotely, right? So we need to put the transmitter down, and I believe I can place it. Yeah, I want to place it on its side, so I'm going to actually need to place a block behind this to get it to work properly. Oh boy, hopefully I got enough wing time. So there we go. We'll place that and then face it down. Oh, that's the receiver. I need the transmitter. Wireless transmitter. There we go. And of course it's facing... Oh wait, no, the receiver's right. I need to replace the transmitter first. Wow. I gotta figure this out, right? Goodness. So for me, what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to place the block here and then place the transmitter here and actually place it the other way around. So I'll place it on the back side so it's facing this block. I'm going to break this lamp and actually make this lamp an actual powered one. There we go. And then we'll just use these blocks here and then use the lever for this. All right. So I need to click on this with this one. So now it's linked. I can close this wall up. Place the lever on it. Perfect. And then same goes down for here. It's ready to go. And it's linked up. Now mobs, I don't think mobs can spawn on there. But you can see when I hit that, it should now be activated. And blazes technically should spawn. But it is too bright. So like I said before, we gotta remove these. And then I'll just fill the holes back up. And then we're going to get some sort of glass built up here. It's not going to be perfect, but it will get the job done. I'm going to frame this in like so. And then we'll add some glass. And we also need something to be able to pull blocks and like collect blocks. And we do have that. We have that, definitely. It's a hopper. We could use the Botania hopper, but I'm going to go with just the regular Ender hopper, as I think that is going to be the best option. And if I remember correctly, this will not pull through blocks. I don't think anyways. If I remember correctly, it will not let me pull items into chests through blocks. Let's see. Let's just make a chest. Okay, so they're going to start getting killed. And are they dropping any blaze rods? I can't tell. It didn't look like they dropped any blaze rods there. Man, I really hope we don't have to go with a player version. So just to test this a bit further, for some reason, nothing was dropping from the mobs. I don't understand. And I killed them by hand and it ended up working. So maybe it needs to be these player damage traps in order for it to work successfully. I just want to see if this pulls through the walls. Then that really changes our options, because then we can start thinking about other methods of killing the mobs. At this point, like, these are not like, I don't want experience drop, because that creates a whole mess, right? Okay, and those guys flew up for some reason. They shouldn't be able to see me, so they should drop straight down unless they're seeing something else. Oh, I hate how the bottom texture on them was never finished in this version. All right, so as they drop down, if they drop down, there, okay. You can see the experience right there. That's not good. And they still didn't drop any items. Huh. Okay, so it did actually collect an item that dropped from here. So I would I think that the other traps definitely should work. I know that I was getting drops. It just may take more mobs in order to get those drops, right? So it may be a little bit less, but you can see that they're not really doing what I want them to do. So I was thinking, what would be a good way to get them to actually like stay down and like actually come down to the ground? Well, I could actually put water up top and hold it up with some signs. So when they go up, they'll actually touch the water, and they don't like water. So if anything, they would just end up dying from being stuck in the water. Not a bad idea. So I think I'm going to try and go with that kind of concept and idea. And just basically use signs and fill this whole roof with signs. And then above the sign layer, we'll just, we'll place water. And that should hopefully help with them going up there anyways. So here we go. I have all of this set up. And of course I have one sign that says, ah! Yeah, just happens. I'm going to place one bucket in each corner. And that should be more than enough for this particular thing. I think we're going to end up, yeah, with one block here. But, I mean, to be honest, we could just place a block. I don't think anything's really going to spawn there. But I'm just going to place a block just to make sure. Now, I'm also going to go ahead and do the thing where I slap this on it, which is a nether star. That is going to just make it so I don't need to be near it in order for it to function. And then I'm going to put back my regular damage traps. So just the standard damage trap. And then I'm also going to go ahead and increase the spawn rate on this. Now to do that, you need gold. So you do need plenty of gold for this, as it requires watches. And you also need sugar. Now there's also other ways you can do it. You can make more of these mobs spawn. Sugar is going to lower the minimum amount of time required for the next batch to spawn, and then gold is going to reduce the maximum amount that the delay can be. So we need a clock, just a standard clock, and yeah, we're gonna need a bunch of these. So I went ahead and made 64. I have my sugar. I'm gonna just use this on them, and then of course you can hold this and you can see the delay there. We're trying to reduce right now the max delay. There we go. I'm lowering it down with each one of these. I can lower it down. I want to get it to around, 200. I think this is based on ticks. You don't want to take it down too much, otherwise you'll regret that decision. But you can always revert. And I'm going to take this down to as low as I can possibly get it, if not 0. So the roof is definitely working. They're not wanting to fly up, which is great because the water's up there. But I'm getting nothing. Like, absolutely nothing from this. Like, no drops at all. This is not dropping anything, which I thought it had dropped prior to this, because I had used it for skeletons. But I'm actually, now the more that I think about it, I think I actually used the player dropped one. Now I wish I had something to collect experience. I don't think, let's see, experience. No, there's like no obelisk or anything like that that can convert liquid experience into, or convert experience into anything, really, which is kind of unfortunate. I mean, I don't think you can bottle up experience by like throwing bottles around experience. So that's not even a thing. So what I might end up doing, I'm thinking about doing this, using bell thorns. Yeah, using Botania for this. Now I could easily set something up for this that should work flawlessly, actually. And should be fantastic for this exact task. So let me explain. So what we're going to do is I'll probably extend more of these vector plates to get it just a little bit closer over here, so it's up against these walls. And then I'm going to make a floating bellthorn, and we're going to place it here. And then we're going to use a mana pool that we are going to take resources from this chest, which is generating, it's going to be generating these blaze rods. And we're going to send that and drop that on just a simple setup that is going to send mana to the mana pool and constantly keep a flow going to the mana pool, and using Endo Flames. So that should work. We just got to put it into practice. So let's do this. So I'm just running my cable over here because we're going to incorporate a little bit of refined storage for this. This is actually going to be really, really easy to set up and should work out really well. And all of this will be hidden. You won't even really see anything but like the bellthorn. So that's going to be really nice as well. So what we have here is I'm going to place this cable down. We're going to have a importer that is going to import into our system anything that goes in here, right? So anything that goes in here is going to be imported into the system. Now we can actually export out to anything, such as a hopper or a dropper, and this could actually receive a redstone signal. So what we can say is we can have a redstone signal sent to this exporter that is going to export to an open crate. Now, I don't want to set what is being exported to the open crate just yet, as that can cause a mess. But I do want to go ahead and get everything set up that we're going to need. And I'm pretty sure bellthorns don't have to like see exactly what they're connected to. Like we should be able to link this bellthorn. If anything, we can have it floating, I think, because I think it's counted as a block. But it is going to be right here. And that should all work, I hope. I hope this will work. All right, so I'm trying to come up with the idea. So the bellthorns are going to be laying on the ground, or the bellthorn is going to be up here. Down here, we're going to have our export going into the open crate. Then from there, we need, let's see, we're going to have this probably go to the open crate, and then we'll just have the redstone signal going up. And I think this can receive something from the side. You know what? I might actually drop this down just one more, just so we have plenty of room for this. Right here. Okay. This might work. And we'll place this here. And then this cable will just be replaced with our exporter. And this is where I was saying this can get a redstone. So it'll only work with a redstone signal or without a redstone signal. So I think we want to set it to only work without a redstone signal, because we're going to have a pressure plate right here that is going to be receiving the blaze rods. And then we can set what we want to be in here right here. So we can set blaze rods. It's going to pull out of our system. And then this needs to be dirt. So 6 endo flames, which are going to lead into a mana spreader, which is going to be right here. And that's going to go into this mana pool, which is going to be right here. And that should power our block, hopefully. Or actually, the mana spreader can go right below the block, right below this floating bellthorn. That'd be even better. And then we'll just shoot it up, right? We'll just shoot it forward. Okay, so to do this, dirt, endo flames. I know, this is fantastic. This is like super engaging. Actually, we need to place these down now once we oh, they ended up getting exported. Endo flames. And then we need living rock to make a mana pool. The mana pool can go here. And then above that will be the bellthorn. Like that. And we also need our wand of the forest. Just to make sure that this is connected to that mana pool, which it is, as you can see. This is linked to this mana pool, and these are linked to this. Just like that. So yeah, this needs to be in bind mode. I can't see what mode I'm in. Thanks, Botany. I think this is bind mode. Yeah. There we go. And these, of course, are all bound here, and this is bound to that. Everything should work. And then we can close this in, because we don't need any of this extra stuff down here. It's not like we're ever going to see it anyways. So this all should work. Now, we do need to get the redstone signal from here up to here. So to do that, what are we going to use? A wireless transmitter and receiver again. So for that, let's go ahead and place it down. I remember place it here. That way it accepts the redstone signal. We'll link. And then we can actually set it right here. I do need a block to place it against. Like that. And then place it on the ground. There we go. And then place it like that. That should connect there. And I think that's about it. We just cover this back up and get ourselves a way out, which should be this. Perfect. And that should do it. Of course, this I can set to stone, and I'm just going to put the vector plates back around here. And that should be it. I don't think light can go through these blocks. I just need to make sure. But other than that, other than setting the item, which we'll do here in a minute once we figure out everything is up and working, we should be able to... Should we do this? Let's go ahead and do it now. So blaze rod. So let's go ahead and place the blaze rod in there. That should send a blaze rod to this open crate. Oh, you know what? Maybe because I have this on and this. Oh, it's just creating a loop. You know what? We can actually do this instead of this. You know what? Instead of this particular method, how about we go with a hopper hawk? So now that I have the hopper hawk, I should be able to place it down. I also wanted to see mana seer's monocle. This would probably help us out just a little bit. Oh, I would need a little bit of mana glass. I might be able to get that glass. I might have enough here just to throw in. Oh, if it'll... There we go. Okay. Whew. There we go. Monocle. Mana monocle. Is it? Is that showing up? I'm probably overlooking it. All right. So this, what this item does is this will let us see the bounding area. All right. So we can see the mana burst and we can see this. Now here's the thing. This goes down, so I think I want to place this on top of the chest. And you can see the area that it picks up at. I don't think it goes below, though, which is good, because I want it to pick up in this area. So with it on top of there, to filter this, we basically place an item frame on the sign, and we place this in here. So now it shouldn't pick anything else up. And then it should also be linked to this mana pool here. So that's the other thing. And then let's see the range on this. So actually we are pretty good. We don't even need to add any more vector plates. I think we're fine. And that should drop and route, and we shouldn't have to worry about the conflicts that we were having, right? So dirt, man, this is all Britannia, super Britannia. Dark glass, fill this in. A little bit of dirt right here, and we're good. I can take the monocle off. Actually, it doesn't really matter. I can leave the monocle on. I just don't really like seeing the beams. But turn this on, and let's see if this works. And let's see if it's actually collecting any items, because I think it'll collect through blocks, but this might be too fast as well. All right, let's turn this off also. And let's just hop down here. I just want to make sure that this is... Okay, so it does look like it's working as far as items go. Just wanted to make sure it was sending the redstone signal properly to shut that off, which it does look like it's doing, because I don't want to flood my world with a bunch of items. That would not be good. Yeah, it definitely seems like that's flowing. Now, let's just hope... let's just hope that the Bellthorn, with it killing like that, it's actually getting blaze rods. I mean, I just seen one blaze rod. I want to see an actual gain. They just don't seem to be dropping at a very fast rate. So we have 711 right now, 710. Let's see if we're losing blaze rods quicker than we're gaining them. 709. I mean, 709. So it is going up. So we are gaining them by letting it run. Okay. What we could do is just make it run faster, but you can see it does have a limit on how many mobs at a time it can kill until we like use more bell thorns. So we got to keep that in mind. If we had more bell thorns, we placed a bunch of them here, it could kill a lot quicker. All right, so moment of truth to see if this is actually going to be a gain or it's going to be a loss. I went ahead and filled this completely up with mana, and then we'll turn this on and we'll just sit back and see if this is the case. Like, we should see a gain here and instead of seeing a loss. So I'm seeing 79, 80. Okay, so it is it's still going down. 7. I don't know, maybe you guys know what the problem is. I don't understand why the bell thorns aren't, why the drops aren't, what's up with the drop rate on the blazes? Well, this, I mean, for right now, I'm gonna try this, like, to see, like, does these damage traps do more? Like, does it drop more? I just seen them, I'm actually seeing them drop now. Like, see? So these are doing player damage. I'm so confused by this though. Like, these are actually dropping the blaze rods. So now we should probably see a net gain. Potentially. I say potentially. The Bellthorn still may be killing these off quicker. I mean, this is picking them up. It just feels very weird that these aren't dropping. But anyways, it could be something. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they treat natural spawn mobs different than these mobs. It is going up though now. Kind of nice, but it also generates experience. And the only thing I can do for experience is, well, I could do a few things regarding experience. I could absorb it and send it into a mana spreader and send it to a mana pool for recharging, which I might end up doing. Or I could just make sure to occasionally come over here. But man, that is going to be a mess to do. So we might go the Botany route. But for today, I think for the most part, we got, you know, quite a bit of stuff done. I really wanted to work on this mob spawner, so we ended up getting that set up and really kind of going through what we can do as far as gaining blaze. Now I could obviously do like a funnel type thing where I stand there, but I don't want to stand there. So we might be able to take this and place a flower here that actually absorbs, or a couple flowers. I've done this in the past, that absorb and send into mana spreaders, and then the mana spreaders, of course, send that into a mana pool. And we might set that up next episode. But for today, I think we got a lot done for sure. So again, as always, I want to give a huge shout out to one of my Patreons, and today I want to say a huge thanks to Dakota Apollo, being a brand new Patreon. I want to say thank you so much for joining the Patreon crew. I really do appreciate it. So guys, I think today has gone pretty good. We've definitely got some loot. We got some stuff. We got some stuff going, and I'm glad we did. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, be sure to click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and also give this video, guys, a huge thumbs up, as it really does mean a lot to me. So guys, I will see you in the next episode, and as always, thanks for watching.